What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to The Good, The Bad and The Stupid. It's Thursday the 9th of January. Hope you're well. Enjoying the podcast so far this year? Of course you're not. The videos, remember the videos, or remember to tell people about the videos. They're on YouTube as well as on your listening devices, so you can see my pretty face, or there's little snippets. I do little cuts of the podcast in little bite-sized pieces, individual stories. So they're all there. If you can't be bothered to listen to me for half an hour, at least come and support me by listening for 2 minutes. Anyway, I'm only joking. Do what you want. I'm not bothered. It's good that you're here all the same. What am I going to say? The news. So that's what we're here to do. We talk about the news. The big news of the day is, what's it called? Prince Harry and Meghan are off. They're off to America, or they're dumping ditching the royals, or I don't know if he's actually leaving completely the royal family, or he's definitely wants to be quit as senior members of the royal family. So that's put a lot of noses out of joint, and I personally don't blame him. I mean, obviously, it's the influence of Meghan has swayed it, as a lot of people have said, and I believe that. You know, she's probably got pissed off with the royal lifestyle. He's always been pissed off with it, Harry. So, imagine being born into the royal family. Think about it. I mean, it's difficult. You can't go anywhere without fucking everybody watching everything. He'll have that anyway, regardless. But as a royal, you get given all these fucking shit things to do, like go and open a Woolworths in fucking Stockton-on-Tees or something, and shit that you really don't want to do. But you get all the privileges as well. But at the same time, there's a lot of stuck-up people that you've always got to be around and you've always got to meet. And now he's got a chance to go and live in America and mince it with all the Hollywood and a different kind of vibe and a different kind of surroundings, and he's like, yeah, fuck it, man, let's do that. I can't be bothered with this. My uncle's just come out as a paedophile. I don't want to be around that shit no more. Fuck it. And but the only thing is, everyone's moaning because we're going to have to pay for his. He still wants to keep his house, still wants to keep his salary, still wants to keep all that. You probably can't have your cake and eat it. But they're rich anyway. You know, he really could just walk away and make tons of money. As somebody said in the paper, they could make tons of money just doing Instagram, putting a photo up on Instagram. They'd have like that many followers. The one photo would probably net them a fucking year's worth of salary. So the endless potential and of money making things. They don't need to be royals, and he's probably just like fucking jumping out of a sinking ship. So as I said, I don't necessarily blame him, because I wouldn't trade my small little humble little life for a life in Buckingham Palace. No way, Jose. I wouldn't. It's no way in the world would I want to be around those people. You know, people fucking and then having all the servants and everything look at you like you owe them. I mean, I don't know how they are around the servants, but I couldn't have people waiting on me and stuff like that. I'd want to fucking help them out and stuff. Anyway, that's me. But they've took the Madame Tussauds down as well. Madame Tussauds, that's how disgusted people are. Someone's gone in and just fucking carried the Madame Tussauds out of the royal collection at the Madame Tussauds. That's how somebody's done that, because they're really pissed off. I don't know if it's the management or whether the royals have told them to fucking shift that. Then waxworks, melt them, throw them away. But anyway, I think we're dramatising it a little bit much. He's still going to be a royal. He'll still do some stuff, but maybe he'll just do, like it's like opening a branch of the royals in America. Maybe he'll do like the stuff over there, because people fly from here. I mean, they fly from here to visit the Commonwealth places or anywhere in the world. They go all around the world, don't they? He can do from America. He can go and do the Canada and do Jamaica and do like the Caribbean and stuff like that. He can get around, even around to the Pacific and stuff. So anyway, watch this space. Moving on to something a little less drab. This is actually quite funny. Actually, a guy was drunk. But there was a guy who fell off a cruise ship, and he was pissed. I think he was a worker or something. But anyway, he fell off a cruise ship drunk, and he was in the water. 11 hours in the water, treading water. Imagine that. I just about passed my treading water badge when I was at school. I failed it the first time, so I know what it's like to fucking panic under treading water. But he was doing it for 11 hours. Imagine overnight as well. Drunk as well. Tough, and they thought he was going to be dead, obviously. But Leonardo DiCaprio, his boat was out in the water, and he just started. They went looking around for him, and that. Nobody else was looking for him apparently. So he just carried on, diverted around and stuff, and searched the waters. Obviously no thought that they were going to probably find him, but anyway, it was his lucky day because they did find him, and they pulled him out of the water and saved his life. Can you imagine, like, the look on his face as he was being pulled out of the water, saved from drowning, and saw the guy from Titanic looking down at him in his face, like trying to like keep him warm or whatever, and just slap his face, going, "Come on, wake up, wake up." And it's the guy out of the Titanic. You'd think you were dead, wouldn't you? You'd think you were dreaming or something. You'd think you just passed over and met the character out of Titanic on the other side or something. He would have tripped you right out. Anyway, he was a drunk. He might not know who the fuck he was. I don't know. He was a French crewman. He would have. But he was only 24. A Club Med. What was it? He'd fallen from a Club Med yacht. So he was having a time of his life, party of his life. All of a sudden, you've fucking dunked and you're in the water and thinking, I am dead here. So he's a lucky man. And I bet he's pals with Leonardo DiCaprio for life now. So from one of the worst situations in the world, he's probably got like, he's got a fucking wicked story, and he might have a pal for life in Leonardo DiCaprio. Although, it depends how clingy he is. Let's move on to, what's this? Victoria Beckham has revealed she's such a dud in the kitchen that she even made a dog's dinner of Weetabix. And she's got a picture of it all like fucking mushed Weetabix there that she's like apparently stuck it in the microwave and like destroyed it. I mean, she can't even make Weetabix. How the fuck you put Weetabix in the microwave? For starters, she's on a fucking... she's going down the fucking... I don't know what cookbook you've got that tells you to put Weetabix in the microwave, is what I'm trying to say. So she probably would have fucking blew it up if she'd have... what was I going to say? No, I've lost my train of thought there. But what I'm going to say is that what the fuck, you can't, how old is she? 45. She can't even make Weetabix. And there's a picture of David Beckham over Christmas trying to carving a turkey, but then apparently it turns out that somebody spotted the caterers in the background, so he didn't actually cook the turkey. Turns out they can't cook for shit. I can't imagine that. They got 5 kids, haven't they? But they have chefs and cooks and stuff like that. I don't fucking get that. You know what I mean? It's almost like you need your fucking nappy changed or something. You got to be able to cook, for fuck's sake, a little bit. Even the most useless of people can manage to rustle up something to eat if they need to. But they seem to be struggling with the basics there. But I can't believe that. I think she's doing that for Instagram fucking laughs or something or other. If you can't make Weetabix, you need to fucking... No wonder... They'll stick to what does she do? She sticks to fashion, isn't she? She's into fashion. Stick to fashion then if that's your bag. Some people are just good at some stuff and shit at the rest, aren't they? But I was leading somewhere with that, and that's it. These footballers, I was talking about the other day about footballers who were for Manchester United who were they had a handyman that we used to go and change their light bulbs or anything that they had a problem around the house. They had to go and have this guy go and do it, and they were like lived in a bubble, because they didn't know how to do anything, but there was always somebody to help them. And I didn't realise the extent of it here, because there's a list of stuff here that was in the paper today. And it's things like Phil Neville said he didn't know how to... Was it Phil Neville? Didn't know how to make a cup of coffee? Which one was this? Oh yeah, he said he didn't know how to make a cup of coffee. He had to ring his wife and somebody was round and he had to make them a cup of coffee. And he had to ring her and ask her how to do it. That's how fucking bad there was. A grown man. And he doesn't know how to make a coffee. And Michael Owen was the same. Said he didn't know how to make a cup of tea or coffee. He knew how to boil a kettle, but that was for a pot noodle. So he could just about manage a pot noodle. I mean, like, fuck me. As soon as people get money, they just become, you know, the brains just turn to mush, don't they? Apart from that one thing, just do that. The rest of it, stay away from it because you're a liability. What's this one here as well? Another guy said, his ex-Wolves liaison officer Paul Richards said a young lad phoned him once from the football team, and they said, and these were his exact words: "There's a rat in my kitchen. What am I gonna do?" Which is the UB40 song, and I think that was, you know, he's talking about a real rat though. I think the UB40 one's talking about a fucking, well, I can't remember now, but I'm sure it's about somebody trying to get in with your missus, but I might be wrong. I'm guessing that. Yeah, and all these kind of shit. And another guy who said he kept burning his Pop-Tarts because he didn't know how to work his fucking dial on his toaster. He didn't know how to. He thought it was a timer. And it wasn't a dial, and somebody was telling him, he's going, "No, I've only got a timer on mine. My toaster doesn't have like a heat setting." So yeah, I'm not saying all footballers are thick. I'm just saying rich people. I was lending it back to the Posh Spice one. Rich people, fucking, they just pay people to do shit, don't they? You just become like a donut. You can't fucking handle life. That's one bonus of being skint. You got to do everything yourself. You gotta learn, otherwise you fucking you'd be even more skins if you had to pay somebody to do it. One of Britain's oldest milkman is still on his rounds after 70 years. I bet he is about. Oh, I'm saying that he's 70 years. He's 85 now. I'm going to show a picture to the podcast, to the video, podcast people. Look, see, there's a picture of him young there, and there's a picture of him there, still going. I can say it don't look that much different. He looks a lot different. He looks a lot older, but he looks fit though. But that's a good thing. He keeps working, and he's fit, and he's a good-looking guy in the first photo. So I bet in those days it was always Confession of a Milkman. Remember those kind of films? There was all about all the milkmen was doing the rounds on the bored housewives and stuff. So I bet he's no wonder he kept going for 70 years. Things have changed now. I don't think he's. He might still have a very decent round. I'm not saying that he was doing that in the first place, but it's a cliche of the milkman. So he might have done. You know, you're not going to leave it if you've got like perks like that on the go, aren't you? It helps if you're a handyman as well. That gets you in the house, you know. If somebody goes, "Oh, can you help me with the light bulb?" As you're putting the milk bottles down, you go, "Oh, I'm quite good at that. Yeah, do you want me to have a look at it?" Or come in, what, a cup of tea? Go on then, I'll have a cup of tea. What, you don't know how to make one? Fuck you now. Come on. What's this? Greg's will reward its workers for a £300 bonus after an exceptional year. 7 million it works out to. Well, in the paper, 7 million they're going to give out, but it works out to £300 per person. But all because of the vegan sausage roll. So they're going to have double bubble when that's vegan steak bake. They'll have a whole range of stuff. That business is booming for vegans. So if you come up with a good idea, not Posh Spice with the fucking burnt Weetabix, but come up with a good idea for a vegan substitute to what is at the moment, then you're going to be quids in because they're fucking killing it with that. I always remember Piers Morgan when he was like put in hospital by eating. Well, he reckons he had to go in hospital. He was on a drip and that, and he was blaming the vegan sausage roll that he tried on the same day. Coincidence, obviously, but he was in there going, "Oh fucking, I think the vegan sausage rolls fucking poisoned me." Well, you know, they're obviously doing plenty of sales to give 7 million to their customers, to their employees, which I think works out to. I don't know, small percentage of their profit, about 10% of the profit overall. So imagine, I'm in the wrong game here, podcasting. I should get into fucking sausage rolls. What's it called? Love Island's coming back. Don't watch it. I don't watch it, should I say, and I won't be watching it. It's 4 days. It says 4 days to wait for the sexiest show on TV. I'm sorry, but I'm not in it, so it definitely is not the sexiest show on TV. This podcast is the sexiest show on YouTube for people with not much going for them and not much. I'm being tongue in cheek, really. It's about as far from fucking sexy as you can get, I imagine. But anyway, Love Island's coming back if you're into that sort of thing. So you got all photos of all the guys that are going to be in it. You know, I think it's for a certain age group. That is, it's like a Big Brother and all that bollocks. Imagine that. I was of the age when Big Brother started. The first one was quite good, novelty, wasn't it? But everyone after that was just proper shit, man. And but people insist every time you went around somebody's house, they'd insist on fucking having it on and watching it every single night. You know, and you're watching people. So you go and visit, and you end up having to watch it as well. And you're watching people just sleeping and stuff, or making a cup of tea and doing small talk, and that. It's just boring as fuck. So why don't you just sit and watch me do this podcast instead? I mean, that's the height of interest, of course. A dog here, a sister of a dog with a wonky face, is struggling to find a home as she has the same disfigurement. This dog's got a face. It's a shame. The face is like twisted like that. But I think it's dead cute, man. It's like he's got a sibling born in Romania, and he's got a sibling called Bethany, who was nicknamed Wonky. I've got to show a picture to the podcast. Imagine a dog where its face is all upside down, pretty much. Look at that face there. His fucking nose is all the way over past his ear almost. So it's a sister. Sorry, beg your pardon. It's a lady. But she's all twisted up and can't find a home. So if anybody's looking for... But I think that there's loads of dogs like that, and I think they've got fucking loads of character, you know. When you see a dog and it's got like either missing a leg or missing an eye and all that kind of stuff, I find them more cute than any of the other dogs. You know, those kind of... It's a shame I'm allergic to, otherwise I would have a dog like that. But I'm saying, so if you what I was going to lead to, if you think you're ugly, or you've got something that stands out, or a characteristic, or something that you're not happy with, like this dog probably wouldn't be that happy with his face, although fucking I bet he's happy as Larry. Dogs just get on with it, don't they? But what I'm saying is that your character, it's character and it's different, you know. Everybody else just looks the same, you know. I like something that looks and stands out and is a bit different. So don't knock yourself, fucking appreciate it, because a lot of people have just got boring fucking features, you know. So celebrate your differences. It's like cars. I mean, it's a different thing altogether, but cars, you look at all the cars on the road, there's nothing stands out. And then you see some, like, you know, boxed Golf, you know, Mark 1 Golf or something from the 80s or whatever, something that stands out, you know, that's like fucking kind of ugly, but, or an old Volvo in that, but it stands out and there's something about it. It's character. So, as I said, so all you pretty boys now, or pretty girls, you're going to go and get something now, go to plastic surgery to fucking make something wrong on your face to get some character on the back of what I've just said. I'm sure you're not. J.K. Rowling, she's not doing too bad. She's made £86,317 a day last year. So fucking, you know, this is going a bit wonky. I think I must have knocked it. She's made £86,000, £86,317 a day. And there's me fucking struggling to, I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul. And then she's like done that just off best-selling Harry Potter books. Obviously she wrote them, but all the sales, it's all done through Amazon and that. And this is all the e-books and whatnot. So I'll tell you what, I've actually got a something I want to release on Amazon. Amazon, what's it called? The self-publishing thing. I'll tell you about it one day when I've got it. But it's a load of letters that I think would make a good ebook. So you never know. I might be in those circles one day soon. But Harry Potter, again, it's not really doesn't really float my boat, that one. I like the Lord of the Rings and that, but Harry Potter's, I didn't really get into that. Anyway. 10,000 camels are going to be shot in Australia because they're rampaging looking for water, because that's a fucking shame. That's going to be as if enough animals haven't died already. 1 billion animals are dead, and they're going to shoot, and they've started shooting them because they're running through the town searching for water. And I mean, I'd like to say you should just fucking dump some water down in front of them, but they need it for the fires, don't they? So they're fucking damned one way or the other. But what's a shame. Camels were introduced and they've multiplied, and it's their biggest. There's over 1 million feral camels in Australia. So did you know that? A fucking million, and that was because they were introduced during the when they were building the train lines and whatever, I believe. Big trains through the town, through the outback and whatnot, and they just obviously multiply very, very well if they reach up to 1 million, because they're feral and they can't control the numbers anyway. So yeah, if you're in that group, I'm afraid you're going to get shot, unfortunately. I think it's rained over there, so I don't know what the deal is at the moment, but it's been raining, so fucking hopefully some of the fires have gone out. Alright, I'm going to finish up on a couple more things anyway. A beachcomber has warned that plastic is killing the planet. Of course it is, we know this anyway, as well as everything else. But he found a yoghurt pot on the beach, celebrating the 1976 Olympics in near perfect condition. So that's just been floating around in the sea. You know, fucking treading water like that guy earlier on. But yeah, it's just floating around. He's just turned up on the beach. Probably fucking worth some money as well, the Olympic ones, the collectibles, aren't they? But yeah, it's bullshit, that is. It's like, and there's like a place in the middle of the sea that's as big as France, and it's all just plastic and shit. We're just fucking ruining this planet. We've really fucked it up, and that's all about the money. Right, okay, somebody just popped up on the screen there. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing. Brad Pitt, we're going to finish up on 2 more things. Oh, what was the other thing? I missed it. Somebody sold a haunted house. Where's it gone? A haunted house sold anyway. It's been on the market for about 20 years or longer even. But it's the most haunted house in the UK. And a woman's been sat in it with all the ghosts for all this time. And she's been stuck there, but now she's found a buyer. So, and the guy, here it is, Homes Under the Hammer House, Hammer Horror. She sold it for 240 grand. It's been described as Britain's most haunted house, and it was a resident was imprisoned here for being hanged as a witch in 1582, and apparently lots of people have seen the ghosts, and there's lots of untowards going on, and somebody's bought that. So I always imagine things like that, like the Amityville film. That house in Amityville has got to be the scariest fucking looking house in all of the horror films. And it's always a nice family, wasn't it, that walked in, who moved in, and then they just fucking lost the plot. The guy did, the dad lost the plot and killed all the family, and fucking it just went mental, didn't it? It was a scary film, man. And if I ever hear about a haunted house, I always picture that idyllic looking sort of all American family home, and it just scared the shit out of you being in there by yourself. So somebody's got some balls if they're buying a house that you're being told is a what's it called, a ghost house or whatnot. But it turns out the person who bought it doesn't care for ghosts or doesn't believe in it and whatnot anyway, so they'll move in. Well, let's see. You know, you'll be knocking on the neighbour's door screaming if you see something in the night. But it's got to play in your mind anyway, hasn't it? I think if you know that, then you're going to hear the slightest things. Water in the water pipes, creaky floorboard, and anything. You're just going to think it's a ghost. Right, last one. I've rambled on. What we're going to talk about? Oh yeah, Brad Pitt landed Quentin Tarantino in it when he joked about his alleged coke habit. He said he's the only guy that he knows, because he talks too much, or he's always rambling apparently, and calls him a verbose chatterbox. He says the only guy that he knows who needs cocaine to stop talking. And then he's like, oh shit, sorry, did I say that in front of all the cameras and everything? So you wonder what they all get up to at these star-studded parties. Well, there you go. I think maybe, I wonder if that's in their little goodie bags when they're walking into the BAFTAs and everything. You know, when they get the gift bags with tons of stuff, free stuff. I wonder if somebody chucks in fucking what's it called, a thingy bob full of fucking cocaine or something. There's more money. Where there's money, there's fucking drugs. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I think I'm going to do another one tomorrow. It's been a bit sporadic today because I've been in a bit of a rush, but hopefully you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you again tomorrow. See you later. Bye.